Are you ready out there, fans? Welcome to the Benona Buck podcast number. What number is it? 21? Number 20. Could be number 22. I don't even know what the number is. I put it in, but that's how I have no short-term memory or any memory. So, welcome back to the Benona Buck podcast. Good to have you back for the millions in attendance and the trillions watching round the world. Let's get ready for the Benona Buck podcast. We ready. We ready. We ready for y'all. Okay, we're a minute in. I'm gonna give a ring over to Rose Clarity. She is waiting for me. So let's give her a call, see if she picks up, and if not, I got all kinds of stuff I want to talk about. We could do a soliloquy for all I care. And no Rose. Okay, where she's sitting this one out. So I got all kinds of interesting stuff to talk about today. Starting with, man, if you guys were following us on YouTube, you would see that earlier today, we were literally the #1 comment on the White House YouTube page. I did a long comment, and let's see, I actually screenshot it because I knew they were going to turn comments off, and it went downhill fast. Whenever this White House puts up a video, immediately it's like thousands of downvotes. Every single comment was crazy. So I'm going to start out. Let me get into these screenshots. Yep, I went in with the Benona Buck account, and I said, let's see if I got all of it. I said, "Hello all. The Benona Buck podcast is just checking in to read the comments on everyday Americans. We did the same for Drumpf, and it is alarming just how many downvoted and upset comments from Americans on every Biden White House video there are. The views are nearly non-existent versus the last administration." Let's see. Okay, versus the last administration. Where the hell did I leave off? Okay. "And the comments are routinely turned off for each video due to negative remarks and negative feedback. What do you think, or why do you think this is happening? Where are the 81 million voters that supported President Biden in the election, and why aren't they on YouTube supporting him?" So basically, we got a ton of comments. So I asked these questions, and basically 17 different people was on this comment thread. And they were going crazy, telling me all about why there's no people. They said it's not existent. Most of the votes were made up. There was probably only 50 million voters for Biden, and the rest was fraud, is what people were saying. It was going crazy. So what else I did? So we were the #1 comment on the whole thing. Tons of likes. It was pretty cool. But I just to give an example of, I was going down the line, and this is what the comments are on the video within the first 10 minutes of it being posted. Let's see if I can get into this. Okay. I did a whole bunch of screenshots, and I'm going to read each comment. Okay. Here's the first. Go down the line. Comment from, I'll just say L. 99% downvoted on every Biden video, with 5% of the views a normal Trump video, White House video had. Sure, ... I believe you got 81 million votes. Makes so much sense. The next comment, fake president, fake election. It's all going to come out, ! Globalist agenda won't defeat America. The next comment from Ben Lovelace. Cheaters! ! Most anti-Constitution administration in American history. 15 likes on that comment. Ed Wolf says, illegitimate president, Joey Beijing Biden. 117 likes on Ed's comment. Debbie Nunez states, "We the people voted for Donald Trump." Tons of likes. Okay. 61. Judy Brown says, "Lies, lies, 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 lies. Expertise in Chinese policy. Still a farce. He is not our president. You campaigned in your basement." 70 likes on that one. And this is Judy has a real picture and stuff. These look like real accounts. Okay, so this account says 99%, this is what they're called. He says he's been on the wrong side of every single foreign policy decision for the last 47 years. Sherry Sunshine says, "Actors, Biden is not working in the White House. Not my president, period. 2 views, 2 likes, 100." Okay, I don't understand the English, but basically they're saying what the last person said. No likes, all dislikes. Okay. John says, "What a sham. No one is listening. Fraud, fraud, fraud." James Lamenzo says, "Never once did I hear a constitutional republic." Michael Tadeo says, "Let the dislikes commence." 142 likes on his on his comment. Okay, Matthew says, "White House notices the ratio. Immediately turns off comment section. Calls the Indian slave labor and Chinese concentration camp click farmers. Click farmers. How many do you need? White House. All of them! Exclamation point." Okay, the next comment. Reluctant Enthusiast says, "America hates a lying cheat," with 143 likes on that one. Next comment. Joe Biden hasn't accomplished anything for America the last 50 years he has been in politics. Next comment. Trump will serve his second term sooner or later. Next comment. Bradford says, "You're trying your breast, but it never feels like enough." Quoting Joe Biden. I guess Joe Biden said, "You're trying your breast." Okay. Anthony Norman says, "All these people are going to hell. I won't join them now, later, or ever." Joe Kim Troilus says, "Poor girls are just as delicious as white girls." The big guy. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. RJ says, "Job killing Sleepy Joe is not my president." And so you guys know, I'm not skipping. I was just screenshotting 3, moving down to the next 3. Screenshotting, moving down. If there's a positive comment here, or even someone else, they're not on there. There's nobody on there. Of the 21,000 views, I'm guessing they're all these people, because there's no other comments. Okay, this person says, "Deaf signer plus politician equals lies. Sleazy Joe is an illegitimate president." This commenter's name is White Lives Matter. And it says, "Joe Biden was installed. He was not elected. America is just as bad as Russia, China, etc. anymore." Stephen K says, "Bumbling old man. That's not even my... bumbling old man that's not even president. ... Lisa Marie 01 says, "Gonna put y'all back in chains." Quoting illegitimate President Biden. Next commenter says, "Voters don't deserve to know the answer." Illegitimate President Biden. The next comment, Lynn Williams says, "Biden is a fraud. The whole world knows you cheated to win," in quotations, "this election. The whole world knows." Then the next commenter says, "I don't see the president. Oh, he's in Florida. Wink face." Okay. Tyler says, "If you didn't vote for Trump, then you ain't American." And then he's pretending to quote Joe Biden. Okay, Lucy Massey says, "Who is this guy? Misguided is too nice a word for him." The next commenter says, "Joe Biden to his coffee. You ain't black." And that has 79 likes. "You ain't black" to the coffee. That's pretty funny. Okay, the next commenter. CCP and Bill Gates, George Soros, and Mark Zuckerberg, and Jack Dorsey support this video. The next comment. Trump won, from Chris Haw. Trump won and you know it. Mark Marsber says, and by the way, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub down my leg. And rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about roaches. And I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I love kids jumping on my lap. And that's a direct quote, and we know that. That's a quote from President Biden. And it says, quotation, President Joseph R. Biden. Next commenter. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. Joe Biden. That's an actual quote also. I've heard that. I've heard him say it. And then there's another person says bullshit. There's a bunch of cuss words I'm not going to read. Jen Circleback Saki needs to step her game up. The next Bert says most popular president ever in quotations has to turn off the comments since no one likes him. Okay, so anyways. These were the responses. These were the responses to the Benona Buck podcast asking, why do you think this is happening? Why is there no one on here supporting President Biden? He's the most popular president ever, 81 million votes. And we got some really crazy, wild responses. So I just wanted to start the pod off with that. I see Rose says, Snapchat didn't not notify me you were calling a few minutes ago. I was waiting for your call. Well, Snapchat, you know what? I think it's a conspiracy. They don't want me talking to Rose on the pod. Let's try her again. Okay, Rose, I'm calling. Calling now. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Pick up, 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 pick. Hey! Rose Clarity, how the hell are you?
On my end this time. I just had it open and saw that it said join or, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me set up the old tablet and let's do a quick sound check. Okay, hold on. Let me set up the old. Yeah, say something, Rose.
All right. Can you hear me? Can I hear me? Can I hear me? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, say something, Rose.
All right. Hear me? Can I hear me? Can I hear me? You hear me? Yep, we're good.
Oh, perfect. Okay, fan-damn-tastic.
All right.
Okay, so we're here with Stelly Boo Boo, my dog, my blue pit.
Hi, Boo Boo.
Yeah, she's sitting right here. She likes to be here for the pod. If I come to do the pod, to do the Benona Buck experience, that's what I'm going to change the name to also. It's going to be the Benona, because it's an experience. It's not just the podcast.
You've got Joe Rogan envy.
Yeah, it's going to be the Benona Buck experience, you know? It's going to be an experience. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah. So when she sees me come to set up the pod, I set up the microphone. I get I have the microphone on a little table beside my chair. The microphone is an arm's length away from me.
Yeah.
This is how I know.
Huh.
I watch the other pod shows. I watch like Tim Pool. I watch Crowder. I watch everybody. Their microphone is within a hand away from their face. Yeah. 6 to 12 inches is where it usually is. Some of them is 2 feet. My arm's long. My arm's 3.5 feet long, just about. Yeah. So I can reach out and I can barely touch the microphone, and it still sounds good. It really does.
And I sound pretty good for being on a phone.
Yeah, and you're on a Dolby Digital Surround Sound Lenovo Yoga tablet. I wouldn't say it's a phone. It's far more than that.
Well,
so I also have the way that I have it set up now, I'm not doing a buffer over it, and it sounds really good. So
all I'm saying is that I'm still speaking through a phone microphone.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep, for sure. So, what number is this?
22, I think.
Is it 22? I think I said the wrong thing at the beginning. Let's look
What'd you
here.
say?
Let's look. What's it say online if I go look at the channel? It says online if I go 22. Yeah, I think I said 21. Okay, everybody, I'm all sort of retarded. Just realize that. I don't know, have no clue what I'm doing here. So this is welcome to Benona Buck number 22. Is it number 22? Yes, it is.
Yesterday was 21.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, welcome to Benona Buck number 22. This is going to be a fucking great podcast today. I'm feeling the energy. I took a couple allergy pills, so I hope I'm not, if I have to sneeze, I'm really sorry about that a few episodes ago where I'm snotting on the fucking podcast. I won't do that again. There might be a couple coughs like that, my bad. But if I have to sneeze, I'll try to go outside or something or go in the other room. Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say, if I had you on early, I was going to say, welcome to Soap's Nice Podcast, your soap opera of homemade soaps, starring Rose Clarity and her assistant, Benona Buck. Yep. That's what I was going to say. For show. Yep, so what are we doing on the show today? I got, let's see. I got some shit that I was going to talk about. Let's see, before we go on to, I'm sure you got a million things. So let me go. I know I sent a couple emails. Where are you, Buck? Oh, did you by chance hear the first couple minutes of the pod where I was reading about how we were the number one? I commented from the podcast account onto the White House video. I was reading the comments from people back to me. They were all crazy. And it wasn't just the comments to my thing. Like, I read the ones that were responses to me, to our podcast.
No, here's the problem is I wasn't even aware that you were live yet because I know you tried to get a hold of me, and I saw like the little icon up in the top to show me I had a notification, but my phone did not vibrate or anything or even ring.
Oh, okay. No big deal.
So I didn't even know you were live yet.
That's okay. No big deal.
I came in at the very end of it, but I didn't hear what you were saying.
It'll be super amazing for you to go back and listen to these insano comments, and they're not insano. I mean, I've gone to, this is true. This actually happened. YouTube went back to the White House account, and they started deleting people that are doing the downvotes in the comments to even it out. Let me actually see if I can find that.
Well, luckily you didn't get deleted.
No, they're deleting comments and downvotes. Because when you look at it, it's like a 15 or a 20 to 1 upvote or downvote to upvote. There's like 100 upvotes and there's like 15,000 downvotes. And then there's all the comments are like, you're a fraud, America didn't vote for you. It's really crazy.
I did hear the illegitimate comment.
Yeah.
I like that. I fucking like that.
Let's see. Let's see if I can find some news here.
Oh, you've got news?
Yeah. Oh, it's PolitiFact. Did YouTube remove dislikes from a video posted by the Biden White House? PolitiFact, who literally this girl probably talks with Jen Psaki on the phone. They're probably good friends. Let's see to go find the false. I can't. There's so many ads I can't even see through this article. PolitiFact says, where are you? Mostly false. No, come on. Okay. Come on now.
Yeah, and you go read it, and it actually turns out to be mostly true, but maybe a little bit incorrect.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I've looked at them. I see that YouTube's doing it. If your time is short. Okay, my time is short. YouTube may have removed spam dislikes from a video posted by the White House. YouTube's policies allow the company to remove likes or dislikes that have been marked invalid by its systems. The video in question had 32,000 dislikes as of January 25th and 7,700 likes. And that's after they did that. So it had 32,000 dislikes, 7,700 likes. I've never seen a video on there with 7,700 likes or anything. They're probably they're probably sending it like they said. Some commenter on my question said they're hiring Indian and Chinese click farms to do the likes for them. There's no comments. There's not a single positive comment, okay? I tried to leave one. I left a fairly positive comment about thank you for the whatever. And I was the only one. It's all negative. And I went back and I actually sent it to you. Did you get a chance to look at your snap?
Yeah, I did, briefly.
I showed you a picture of a White House press briefing of Kayleigh McEnany from January before they were out of the White House. Okay? And it had like 500,000 views, tons of likes, tons, I don't remember how many. Thousands, way more likes. There were some dislikes. There was like a 1,000 dislikes, but there was like tens of thousands of likes and tons of views. And then I showed you the today's current White House press briefing, 21,000 views, all dislikes, all negative comments. Pretty weird. And it's not the same account. You have to go follow that account. Okay? So it's not like, oh, all the Trump people are on there. It's not what it is. They've archived that. It's not the same channel.
Right.
Yep.
Huh.
And Biden changed the White House webpage. Now, because you don't want the word white. So it's wh.gov. And all the logos don't say the White House anymore. It says WH.
WH.
Yeah. It's true. It says WH. So there's a huge controversy. I didn't know about it. Somebody replied to my question.
I do believe if they don't like the term White House, I believe there's another name for it. I believe it's called the People's House.
That's nice.
But, they never go by that either because,
Stella, you okay? Stella's coughing. You okay, Stella? Oh, here's a Business Insider. Biden is considering sending every American a face mask through the post, according to a new report. The Biden administration is going to send us all a face mask. The idea has been discussed by his advisors. The Trump administration scrapped plans to deliver 650 million masks to Americans in April. Well, why does he need to send us all a mask? You don't think by now we have a fucking mask?
Dollar store now.
Yeah, why is he going to send us a mask?
That's assuming that people don't have them already.
Yeah, but right now it's February 21. We're a year into this. If you don't have a mask by now, how did you go to there's places where you have to wear a mask. How do you not have a mask a year into the pandemic? You have a fucking mask. Everyone has a mask. The poorest people have a mask. The rich people have a mask. And Dr. Fauci wants you to wear 6 masks. So what's one mask going to do? One mask ain't enough.
I don't know, man. But if he wanted to send people masks and he wanted it to get some sort of I don't know. Like we've been going for like, what is this, a year now? This has been going on.
We're a year.
You don't have a mask by now.
We're a year in.
It's a problem. And if you really want to help people with masks, I'd have thought he'd have done it a long time ago. It would have been a smart move if he'd done it while he was on his campaign. Send everybody Biden-Harris masks.
Pretty weird. For me, just send me more money. Send me more
Right.
money. Trump wanted to send each of us $2,000. Okay?
Yeah.
Congress fucked up and they sent everybody 600. Hey, thanks for the cash. Appreciate it. Now they're talking about 1,400, and now the dumbass Republicans only want to send us 1,000. I'll take the 1,000. Send it to me, please. I'll take whatever. But man, how great! What if we could have got 2,000? Think of all the cocaine and hookers you could get for $2,000.
I want neither of those.
That's a joke. It's a joke. Okay? It's just a joke. I'm just kidding.
Sure, it's a joke.
Yeah. So, we've really we started this podcast off with a bang. Shot heard around the world. Biden sending all the Americans masks. They shut off the comments on their White House YouTube video again today. How can you do that? You know, I watched... No, Stella, go the other way. She's about to destroy our PlayStation again. Go around. You go around. Don't break the PlayStation. Thank you. So, what the hell was I saying?
Is there a possibility of setting this thing up somewhere safe from...
No, there's not. It's actually, the way that we're doing this is I have a big giant TV, 70-inch TV. I have the PlayStation and the TV stand underneath. And then I have a really beautiful little table that sits an arm's length away from me in my chair, and that's as close as I can get it from where I have like a really nice chair, big chair, similar to the one at my...
mermaid table we're talking about?
Huh?
Is it the mermaid table we're talking about?
No, it's not. It's just a little side table, and I bought it to sit beside my chair to put my drinks on, and the microphone stretches as far as it'll go for right now. But even if I could stretch the microphone a foot or two farther, it wouldn't matter. She could still rip the shit apart. It's because there's a cable extended out from the TV to me. But that's the way it's got to be with a microphone. Right. Sure, I could put the microphone across the room, but that's how it was the last time when it sounded horrible, okay? So not only did I buy a new microphone, which is really nice, it's nice. The other one was nice. The problem was the cord on that one was shorter, and I had it setting up like 10 feet from me. So you couldn't even hear us, you know? Yeah, it was bullshit. Complete bullshit. It's all good. I think we got this thing figured out. I forgot what I was talking about. I was saying something. Oh, we started this podcast out with a bang. You really, when we're done here, you should go listen to the comments. I was just reading them off. I did a long question. I did like a question post from the Benona Buck account, and I asked like 3 different questions in the post about why you think, where are the Biden supporters, the 81 million voters, you know, and why aren't they here? And everyone went crazy answering me, and the answers were pretty wild. And I screenshot them. I think I sent you some of them.
I think you did. I only saw them a bit because I was busy with some other things at the time, and I don't know.
That's okay.
I did see them, but you know, it's hard to read a little screenshot, and with the Snapchat, you can't really expand it or anything.
Maybe we'll find something else other than Snapchat. But it seems to be working okay.
Except for when it doesn't notify me that you're calling.
Yeah, that's weird. Yep, so how the hell are you doing? What's going on? I hear there's a hellacious winter storm moving through.
Yeah, supposedly. Overnight we could get up to 2 feet.
That's nice.
I don't know if that's how much we'll get. Might be somewhere more near a foot of snow.
Well, 1 to 2 feet of snow is good. Can you make sure, get some photos, get a video, get a short video, send it to me, and I'll put it on the Benona Buck podcast. Just don't put any, like, identifying things on it. And we'll
Well,
show
that's
everybody,
true.
we'll show all the fans the snow.
Right. It's kind of hard. Anything I take outside my house will probably identify my location, so.
Maybe it won't. Just take the video knowing that people are going to look at it, that you don't want to identify.
Maybe.
Yep. So what you want to talk about today, Rose?
I've got a few different articles. Hold on. Let me look at what I've got.
Yeah, read me an article. Teach me something. I'm so excited. I can't wait to learn more about homemade soap today on the Soap's Nice portion of our podcast.
I think we talked enough about that yesterday. I don't want to get into any long discussions about soap.
We did a whole hour yesterday.
Oh, hey. We got an article from the Daily Wire by Eric Quintanar, February 4th, 2021. Gun control activist David Hogg launching progressive My Pillow competitor.
Gun control activist David Hogg is launching a progressive My Pillow competitor.
Indeed.
Well, I'm sure it'll be made in China, right?
We'll see. Let me read the article then.
Yeah, please read it to me. You caught my attention. You had what does he say? You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Right. Gun control activist David Hogg said Thursday morning that he plans to launch a progressive pillow company to compete against My Pillow owner Mike Lindell. Hold on. And he says his partner, and here's a quote, and I can and will run a better business and make a better product, all with more happy staff than Mike the Pillow Guy, while creating U.S.-based union jobs and helping people, tweeted Hogg.
Nope.
This fight is just getting started. Oh, yeah, William Leggett is his partner. He says, William Leggett and I can and will run a better business and make a better product, all with more happy staff than Mike the Pillow Guy, while creating U.S.-based union jobs and helping people.
Really?
This pillow fight is just getting started. In a later tweet thread, Hogg explained the three tenets of his prospective pillow enterprise. Create union jobs for Americans, support progressive causes, and not attempt a white supremacist overthrow of federal government so consumers can sleep at night. Mike the Pillow... Okay, hold on.
Who wrote... What's this from? What articles, what website's this from?
Daily Wire.
Oh, the Daily... Okay, you already said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Here's some tweets included in the article. This is from David Hogg. Mike, the My Pillow Guy, is commenting on his soon-to-be progressive competition in the form of a progressive pillow company. William Leggett and I are starting. This pillow fight just got very real.
Who's William Leggett? Can you tell me more about that? Maybe that'll help.
I guess. David Hogg says, key parts of the company. Union made in America to create good jobs that support American families. Have an emphasis on supporting progressive causes. Not attempt a white supremacist overthrow of the United States.
Is that really one of his tenets, is not attempt a white supremacist overthrow?
Right. As I work with William Leggett, I'm in an advisory role for the company to focus on school as this is happening. In a statement to Axios, Lindell responded, good for them. Nothing wrong with competition that does not infringe on someone's patent.
Yep.
The My Pillow CEO was banned from Twitter last month for violating the company's civic integrity policy and says that stores have been pulling his products off shelf.
They have been.
Dominion Voting Systems has also sent him a cease and desist for making unsubstantiated allegations about the company. Despite your repeated promises, not to mention your considerable and costly efforts to bankroll a so-called investigation into Dominion, you have failed to identify a scintilla of credible evidence that even suggests that Dominion is somehow involved in a global conspiracy to harvest millions of votes in favor of President-elect Biden, Dominion wrote to Lindell. According to a copy of the letter obtained by NBC News, of course, this is because no such evidence exists.
Weird.
But that is of no consequence to you, because you are resolutely uninterested in acknowledging the truth about these issues.
I like that voice you're reading in. It's good.
Lindell, who has refused to back down, was recently booted off his Newsmax mid-interview for talking about Dominion.
Yeah, you know what? That's weird. Where did I see that? On Crowder or something? What the hell was that? Where that interview, Lindell goes on, and the guy's sort of weird to me. I'm not like a huge fan, but he should absolutely have the right to say his point. But Newsmax totally shut him down. They're afraid to get sued, it seems like. So they're like, you can't say it.
All they need to do is, before they have him on, do a quick disclaimer that they don't necessarily agree with everything he's saying.
Right, and that's, I think, what Crowder said. I think that's where I saw that. Right?
Right. And, I don't always necessarily agree with everything you're saying, and you don't always necessarily agree with everything I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily agree with every article I read, you know?
Right. Everyone should be able to speak and have their opinion.
Right.
That's all being shut off. We're not allowed to speak anymore in America.
Okay,
I was fucking deleted. I was erased from Facebook for just saying, I think that they're going to steal the election. I think this is what they're going to do. And they absolutely did it.
Hey, if you'd put it in quotation marks and attributed it to somebody else, you might have gotten away
Remember
with it.
when I did that? Remember when there was an article and I got banned for 7 days? My friend Tyler shared an article on Facebook. It was on his page. It was already on Facebook. Some other page shared it. And it said that white people who own dogs are racist, and here's why. And I commented, quoting in quotations the article, and I said, I think this is satire. And Facebook banned me for 7 days for hate speech. And then Facebook banned me for 7 days for saying Republicans need to get out and vote because Democrats will. They banned me. I was in Michigan with you when that happened. We were at the ice cream shop, remember? And I was like, well, how can they ban me for this? That's when every time I would post anything, it would spin as if a human had to review what I was going to say before I could post it.
Right.
Really weird. Yep. Free speech is dead. Kate, remember our friend Kate? Our big fan? She said it today. I talked to her on the phone. She said, free speech is no longer allowed in America. Totally true.
I see. I'll continue reading this. Finish it up.
Continue.
Former Attorney General William Barr has disputed conspiratorial allegations about election machinery, telling the Associated Press late last year, there's been one assertion that would be systematic fraud, and that would be the claim that machines were programmed essentially to skew the election results. And the DHS and the DOJ have looked into that, and so far we haven't seen anything to substantiate it. They haven't seen anything to negate it either. That's what he isn't saying there. They haven't even been able to look at the machines.
Yep, nobody's been able to look at the machines. That's the problem. Unless maybe someone has that we don't know of. And I think that's maybe... I would like to know more if Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy...
Yeah, Joe Biden himself went and looked at the machines and said, everything's fine, don't worry.
Oh, hey, Kate. Kate says that's right.
I cannot substantiate that based on it's a joke.
Kate says that's right. LOL. I am next to be deleted off Facebook. Hey, good riddance, Kate. We don't need them. We got the podcast. We'll find some other means to communicate and have our family and our friends. We got no friends, only family, like Vin Diesel says in Fast and the Furious, one of my favorite movie franchises. Yep.
Hey, I don't have an article on this, but what you were saying about dogs, white supremacy dogs, that thing you were saying.
Find that article and read it. It's on the internet.
I don't want to. I have something else I want to mention.
What?
I saw an article today about some, what is it called? Some, human rights activists.
Mm-hmm.
Was calling Bernie Sanders, what was the word? Saying that him wearing those mittens and that coat at the inauguration was a sign of white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Because no black person would show up to a presidential inauguration looking like some kind of a slob. But wouldn't the reverse saying that, if somebody wanted it's weird to call that white privilege.
It is weird. Hey, hold on. I'm going to read this to you. I think this is the article. Just hold on to your butts, okay? I'm going to read this to you. UnitedWildlifeUnion.com, titled "Why White People Owning Dogs is Racist," from 6 months ago. That sounds just about right. Shows an attractive woman with a Labrador outdoors. Okay, and this says, "Message from Kate," and it's in yellow. "Thanks for all the support and encouragement with the attacks against this group and me personally by alt-right trolls. We welcome all fans and supporters to join us on Discord." Okay, so let me read this to you now. Here's the article that I said I thought was satire. I was blocked for 7 days on Facebook for merely commenting on this article. Was already on Facebook. I commented underneath to one of my friends and I said, "I believe this is satire." And I quoted a quotation from this article and said, "I believe this is satire." Okay? So let me read this. "Way back in time, almost 12,500 years ago, the first canines were becoming domesticated. Through toil and hardship, people had earned the trust of our new beloved best friends. The symbiotic relationship between dog and woman was very groundbreaking, as humans had never been this close to an animal before." And it said dog and woman. Okay. "Humans would provide shelter and care for the dogs, and in turn, the dogs would hunt and fetch firewood for humans. The reason I am detailing this history for you is so everyone understands the importance of the events that took place all these years ago. According to bioarchaeologist Gregor Larson, the domestication of dogs started in two places, Eastern and Western Eurasia. The Eurasian people worked non-stop to gain and maintain the trust with these gorgeous creatures, but it was all stolen from them. The greedy actions by white people stained the history books forever. What actually happened?" And then it shows a picture of an nice old man, white man, with a little dog. What actually happened? Shortly after the Eurasian people worked so hard to train and bond with wolves, most of them were shipped off and given to Europeans. These filthy white savages took the work and credit from the Eurasian people and branded these magnificent creatures as their own. The need for white people to claim pre-made or pre-discovered things is not isolated to just this incident. Countless times in history, whites have been caught stealing the work and talent of POC for their own success, people of color, for their own success. Honestly speaking, we shouldn't be surprised that white people would steal the domestication of dogs as well. Based on historical knowledge, this behavior will not slow down within the white community. How does this affect us right now? If you are white and own a dog, you are openly participating in advocating for cultural appropriation and colonialism. Reinforcing this culture is not, in quotations, not acceptable and will come with its repercussions. Dogs are and always will be the living reminder of how tainted our history is as a whole. POC deserve to exclusively own dogs as a form of restitution for their stolen ancestors' work. Supporting the idea of white dog ownership is spitting on the grave of past POC generations. With International Dog Day coming up, it is important we remember and advocate the work of POC and never let this unbalanced history be forgotten. If you are white and own a canine, please consider donating them to a local people of color family or non-kill shelter so it can truly find the perfect home. Cade, the writer of this. Cade is a father to two and a lifelong conservationist. When not committing time to the local zoo, Cade spends his time creating and disseminating educational materials for local schools that help kids understand why protecting animals and LGBTQIA plus rights is so important. So,
I have a few questions. I'm going to let you say what you want to say
so
first.
let me quickly say that I quoted a couple a paragraph out of this. I believe it was about the whites, the filthy savages. These filthy white savages took the work and credit from the Eurasian people, and I was like, I believe this to be satire. I don't think that this is a real article. I think it's fake. And then Facebook kicked me off for 7 days and said and said that I have done hate speech.
Okay, I got a question. Which people of color in Eurasia are they referring to?
I don't know.
Because they're no longer considering Asians to be people of color. And that just leaves Russians, right? It's Russians and Asian people in Eurasia, correct?
I don't know. I'm just saying this is what the article says. I think that it's fake. I think that it is satire. It seems like satire to me. I don't know about you.
Right. It's strange that they just say Eurasia. Eurasia is, I mean, are they counting Russian people as people of color? Or are they counting, Asian people of color here? Because supposedly they've erased the idea that Asian people are people of color.
Yep. I don't know. So. Elite Edge is on. Elite Edge says, more colonialism. Elite Edge, you are racist if you own a dog. And I'm going to remember this. I'm changing. My opinion on this article has now evolved. My opinion has evolved, and now I am totally in line with Cade, the conservationist, on this. And right here, I've just posted the article. So any of you that are watching and listening can read the article that I just read, that if you are a white person and you own a dog, it's racist. And the best thing that you can do to give that dog a good home is to donate it to a home that has people of color, and or donate it to a shelter so that it can find a true forever home, not with a racist stealer of things. You know, the people of color are the ones that domesticated the wolves, and then the Europeans stole that from them.
Insanity, Elite Edge. Insanity.
Elite Edge says, I think Canada would make a great 51st state. Got it.
Insanity. So. Yep, supposedly they're not counting Asian people as people of color anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, what do you think about that? That could be the most explosive thing we've read on this podcast. That's even crazier than the Tom Cruise Terminator thing, right?
I don't know. I've got another article.
Oops. You don't have any more comments on white people owning dogs being racist?
I'd like to see the proof that it was people of color that domesticated dogs in the first place, because they're just saying Eurasia. Eurasia is a pretty wide net to cast. It's not very specific.
Okay.
Are we counting Russians as people of color?
I don't know. Can you look that up? Are Russian people... I know Elite Edge says, crazy article. I'm being sarcastic. Of course, Orange Man bad. Right. We love that article. Evil, evil white people. That's all I have to say. Me being a person of color myself, I'm a POC.
Nice to see Joe Conti in here. I don't know if we ever asked Joe Conti where he hails from.
Don't know. Joe, where are you from? What part of the world are you from? What's your name? What's your sign?
A lot, and he seems to be one of our biggest fans here.
Joe,
I'm just curious.
Where are you from, Joe? Leave it in the comments. I saw some numbers drop. We had like 5 or 6, and then it went down to 4, so maybe he's not with us anymore. I don't know.
Maybe. It's at 4 now, according to what I see.
Yeah, it's at 4. It's at 4. What's up, fans? This is great to have 4 people on. We're just a small little family podcast that we do this together at night. 4 people, man. This is a full room here tonight.
We do know there are some people who listen later when we're not live. Maybe they're shy. Maybe they don't want to be on while we're live. They don't like us calling them out. Are you there? What's your name? Comment. Maybe they don't like it. Maybe they're shy.
Could be. Some people don't even know how to work YouTube. I'm like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I don't see anything go up. Either they don't want to do that, some of my friends who I've sent it to.
If anybody wants to subscribe to my YouTube, I don't have much of anything on there, but it's possible that in the future, if we have to do like a notification or an update, like we're not going to be on, and you can't get to it, I could always do a quick video letting people know what's going on.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Follow Rose. She's the soap queen.
Okay. Yep. I've got an article, and I think you'll enjoy this. This is from Fox8.com. I don't know where they are from.
Fox News is what it sounds like to me.
Right. The headline is, Earth heats up due to pandemic's cleaner air, study finds.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, I need to know about this. Tell me more.
And they're crediting the Associated Press, Nexstar, MediaWire, and Darcy Lorino.
Yeah.
Okay. Earth spiked a bit of a fever in 2020, partly because of cleaner air from the pandemic lockdown, a new study found. For a short time, temperatures in some places in the eastern United States, Russia, and China were as much as half to 2/3 of a degree, 0.3 to 0.37 degrees Celsius, warmer. That's due to less soot and sulfate particles from car exhaust and burning coal, which normally cool the atmosphere temporarily by reflecting the sun's heat. Tuesday's study in the journal Geophysical Research Letters reported. The study states, the COVID-19 pandemic changed emissions of gases and particulates. These gases and particulates affect the climate. In general, human emissions of particles cool the planet by scattering away sunlight in the clear sky and by making clouds brighter to reflect sunlight away from the Earth. This paper focuses on understanding how changes to emissions of particulates or aerosols affect the climate. We use estimates of emissions changes for 2020 in 2 climate models to simulate the impacts of COVID-19-induced emission changes. We tightly constrain the models by forcing the winds to match observed winds for 2020. COVID-19-induced lockdowns led to reductions in aerosol and precursor emissions, chiefly soot or black carbon and sulfate SO4. This is found to reduce the human-caused aerosol cooling, creating a small net warming effect on the Earth in spring 2020. Changes in cloud properties are smaller than observed changes during 2020. The impact of these changes on regional land surface temperature is small, maximum of plus 0.3 K. The impact of aerosol changes on global surface temperature is very small and lasts over several years. However, the aerosol changes are the largest contribution to COVID-19 affected emissions induced radiative forcing and temperature changes larger than ozone, CO2, and contrail effects. That's the end of the quote. Overall, the planet was about 0.05 degrees or 0.03 degrees Celsius warmer for the year, because the air had fewer cooling aerosols, which, unlike carbon dioxide, is pollution you can see, the study found. Cleaning up the air can actually warm the planet because soot and sulfate pollution results in cooling, which climate scientists have long known, and study-led author Andrew Gettleman, an atmospheric scientist for the National Center for Atmospheric Research. His calculations come from comparing 2020 weather to computer models that simulated a 2020 without the pollution reduction from pandemic lockdown. This temporary warming effect from fewer particles was stronger in 2020 than the effect of reduced heat trapping carbon dioxide emissions, Gettleman said. That's because carbon stays in the atmosphere for more than a century with long-term effects, while aerosols remain in the air for about a week. Even without the reduction in cooling aerosols, global temperatures in 2020 already were flirting with breaking yearly heat records because of the burning coal, oil, and natural gas, and the aerosol effect that may have been enough to help make this the hottest year in NASA's measuring system, said top NASA climate scientist Gavin Schmidt, who wasn't part of the study but said it confirms other research. Clean air warms the planet a tiny bit, but it kills a lot fewer with air pollution, Gettleman said. And that's the article.
Very interesting. Could you post that one in the comments? That's good. I want to read more about that. Interesting. Climate change. We need to fight climate change. Well, how are you going to do that? You're a fucking ant. You're not even an ant on the earth. The climate has always changed on this earth. And, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's very interesting. I wonder what others would have to say about that.
I have no clue.
The science is settled, is what they would say. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is the science settled?
No, I just posted it in the live chats.
Cool.
Posted in the live chats.
Cool, man. That's great. I would like more. I would like you to tell me more about this, and I will hear arguments from both sides. We should really. I think that's fucking cool.
Don't know a lot about this, but I found the article and I thought you would think it was interesting.
Well, I do know a lot about it. I've gone to school at some of the top universities and studied sustainability, climate change. In my business, I work in the renewable energy business, a lot of what we do. I know a lot about it, and there's a lot of bullshit, okay? A lot of unsubstantiated things are said all the time.
Right.
Yes, there is climate change, 100%. Do people help the climate to change? Yes, you can see that they do. You can see that people stopped driving their cars, and the climate warmed up a little bit. There's absolutely humans, but what do you want the climate to do? Are you saying that the Earth is getting too hot from humans? That's hard to know. That's hard to believe. Hard to know. The science is settled. I just saw there was an article I saw where over 500 scientists sent a letter in to, I want to say let me look it up before I say the wrong thing. Let's go, 500 scientists. Let me look it up, Rose. Man, that dog article was crazy. The white people dogs. What is that article? Okay. I was reading this just before bed the other day. This is the article's title, and it's from AEI.org. Okay. There is no climate emergency, say 500 experts in letter to the United Nations. So I was going to say to the United Nations, and I just couldn't remember for sure. Okay, I'll read this to you. A global network of more than 500 knowledgeable and experienced scientists and professionals in climate and related fields have the honor to address Your Excellencies the attached European Climate Declaration, for which the signatories to this letter are the national ambassadors. The general circulation models of climate on which international policy is at present founded are unfit for their purpose. Therefore, it is cruel as well as imprudent to advocate the squandering of trillions of dollars on the basis of results from such immature models. Current climate policies pointlessly and grievously undermine the economic system, putting lives at risk in countries denied access to affordable, reliable electrical energy. We urge you to follow a climate policy based on sound science, realistic economics, and genuine concern for those harmed by costly but unnecessary attempts at mitigation. Here are the scientific points about climate change highlighted in the letter. Number 1, natural as well as anthropogenic factors cause warming. Number 2, warming is far slower than predicted. Number 3, climate policy relies on inadequate models. Number 4, CO2 is not a pollutant. It is a plant food that is essential to all life on Earth. Photosynthesis is a blessing. More CO2 is beneficial for nature, greening the Earth. Additional CO2 in the air has promoted growth in global plant biomass. It is also good for agriculture, increasing the yields of crops worldwide. Number 5, global warming has not increased natural disasters. Number 6, climate policy must respect scientific and economic realities. Number 7, there is no climate emergency. Therefore, there is no cause for panic. If you share this to somebody, how dare you? How dare you? You bad orange man! How dare you? How dare you? Oh, I'm probably waking up Professor Bam. Oh, she's probably having a freak out. I'm yelling. Professor Bam's going to get mad at me. Okay. Let's see here. So this says MP. What about the consensus and settled science, in quotations, about climate change we always hear about? How can there be a consensus when there's a global network of more than 500 knowledgeable and experienced scientists and professionals in climate and related fields who challenge the settled science, in quotations? Actually challenging the consensus among the scientific community is nothing new. But the voices of those challenging the consensus are always drowned out by the tsunami of climate hysteria from the climate alarmists. For example, in 2012, Professor Bam is messaging me now. Hold on, I gotta message her back. She's worried. Okay, reply. I'm telling her sorry. Okay. 2012, a group of more than 125 scientists sent an open letter to the United Nations warning that scientific evidence refuted UN Secretary General's Ban Ki-moon repeated assertions on weather and climate. Those warnings of climate hysteria, unsupported by the scientific evidence, were ignored in 2012. Just like the letter from the 500 prominent scientists and professionals will be ignored in 2019. In other words, it's deja vu over and over again. So that's it. It's pretty wild. So 500. So this is the science settled? All the scientists agree? I don't think so. I don't think so. Sorry. I just don't. There is global warming at times. There is global cooling at times. There's definitely climate change. Humans can affect it. That's scientifically proven by what you just read, Rose. You read that 2020, humans didn't burn fuels. There was not as much pollution in the atmosphere. And that, therefore, humans affected the climate by making the earth warm, by not having things in the atmosphere to block the sun. It's true. Right?
Yeah, I guess that is.
It's true.
According to that article.
So nobody can argue that humans don't affect the climate. They do. You can affect the climate on the earth.
What this proves is nobody can really predict how it it will change the climate.
Right. That too. That too.
Right.
Yep. 100%. And there's that article that I just read.
One thing is, up until 2020, the argument against human and caused climate change has been that there's not really much data to prove whether or not humans are affecting climate change and how.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 2020 gives us an opportunity to look at how humans affect climate change, and it's not exactly what experts would have said a year ago, probably.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
So it still remains, we don't exactly know.
Yep, and it's very weird that we think we fly up in a plane once and look down upon the earth. Okay? And then think about what a human is. You're almost nothing in the grand scheme of things. If you fly in a plane and you're 50,000 feet up, you cannot see shit. You can see the earth. Well, you can't, but humans and their cities and the thing, we think we have all these big cities and we're everywhere and there's too many people. Man, fly across the country and look down. There ain't that much. The people are barely there.
Huh.
Yep. People are barely there, so.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, so, how's the top 10 list sound for tonight?
I would love that. Yeah, take it away, Rose. Let's do a top 10 list. What's it on? Top 10 sex toys for old folks' homes.
No.
Top 10 sex toys for retirement homes. What?
Got a top 10 list.
Okay.
From a website called The Wall of Life. And it is a list of the top 10 richest actors in the world, updated 2021.
Number 1 is George Clooney. And it has to do with his liquor. Oh, number 1 might be Robert Downey Jr. because he got points on all those Iron Man movies. He got percentages.
Incorrect.
It's Tom Cruise?
Incorrect.
Who is it?
I'm not saying who's number 1. We're going to read the list.
Okay, let's start it.
Why don't we take a minute to let our audience make guesses on who some of the top 10 richest actors in the world might be?
Well, I just guessed a whole bunch.
I'm not saying that all your guesses were bad. I'm just saying they weren't number 1.
Okay, here's my guesses. Okay, I'm going to say some more. So even though they're trying to take away his IMDb and they're going to erase him from movies and he's only a co-star, I'm going to say Donald Trump is one of the most richest actors because he has been in some movies. I don't think he counts though either, right?
He's not on this list. I wouldn't call his main profession an actor.
It's not, yeah.
You know.
He acted as the greatest president of my lifetime. That's all he did.
He's done some cameos. I don't know if he'd even consider himself to be an actor. I think he considers himself to be the greatest president.
He does have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You do have to remember that.
That doesn't mean he's not a celebrity. Obviously, he's a celebrity.
Yep. Damn, that was a sick move I just did. This guy, just so everyone knows, especially if Kate's watching, my guy really sucks right now. He's only rated like a 70.
Bill Conti is from Minnesota, by the way.
Oh, Minnesota. I got some other people on this pod that hail from Minnesota.
Right.
Yep.
Does anybody watching have any guesses who might be on the list of the top 10 richest actors in the world?
I know some people watching are watching on their television, so they're not going to be able to comment. So we'll just take it away. It's fine.
All right.
Yep.
I'm going to go from 10 to 1. I have to go all the way to the bottom to do this because it lists 1 as 1. So we're going to go down to the bottom.
Yeah.
And go from 10 to 1. And the first one is bound. The number 10 is bound to be controversial. Number 10, with a net worth of $4 million. $400 million.
Tom Cruise.
Cosby.
Bill fucking Cosby. Jello
Bill
gelatin.
Cosby.
How does his Jello commercial go? Can anyone remember? Pudding
No.
Pops. Jello pudding pops. I liked
very
Bill
racist.
Cosby. He was great on the Cosby Show. I love Bill Cosby. I don't know why that would be controversial.
Bill Cosby is very racist and offensive.
Why is it controversial to have Bill Cosby on there?
No, because of recent, we'll call them accusations.
Allegations. And I want to remind you. I want to remind you that you can allege anything about anybody, but if just like in OJ's case, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. Okay? And I don't know if
I was speaking and you talked over me.
Good. Listen up then.
All I said is I'm not going to comment on his guilt or innocence. All I said is it's controversial.
Okay. 400 million. That's not a bad purse there, Bill. It'd be easy to get chicks. You don't have to drug chicks if you got 400 million. There's every girl on the street. I'd be like, "Hey, you got 400 million dollars." Even married ones, they'd be like, "Yeah, let's go to the Holiday Inn. Take you to the Holiday Inn."
Let me see what Seawall of Life has to say about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is an American actor who is known as the Beast of Comedy. His performance as Dr. Huxtable in the show The Cosby Show is the most popular family show that gains millions of views.
Mm-hmm.
Bill earned a net worth of $400 million. Until the downfall, Bill Cosby was considered the most iconic American actor and film director. He grabs the 10th place in this list of the top 10 richest actors in the world.
How did he make... Here's what I want to know. Ready? How did Bill Cosby make $400 million? What did he do? What did he do? Because they didn't pay... They didn't pay much. He didn't make that... How much did he make on the Cosby Show? He didn't make that much on the...
I'm going to speculate that it's from residuals from the movie Ghost Dad.
Get the fuck out of here. That's funny. How did he make the money? That's a real question. Where did he make the money? He didn't make that money from being on a TV show. He's a stand-up comic. You can make $1 million, a couple million being a stand-up comic back in the day, in the 70s. Now you can make more because Netflix will give you a deal. But how did Bill Cosby come to have... That's the most astounding thing. He wasn't making $20 million in a movie. Where did he make the money?
Well, it's also possible...
Endorsements? Jello gelatin?
He gets money from the Cosby Show still. It's in syndication.
Yeah, not that much.
And it's also possible that he's invested his money well.
Yeah, that's nice. I would like to know more. Put that down, please. I want to know more about Bill Cosby and how he made $400 million. Which also I want to say before you go any further, and I'm going to talk here. Celebrity net worth is full of shit. Listen when I talk. Don't talk. Celebrity net worth is just a way to pump. I'm talking. It's just a way to pump up celebrities. They don't have that much money. They call me and ask for loans and stuff. They don't have the money that you think they do. They always have a big house, okay? But they really, a lot of times the money that they say they have on like celebritynetworth.com is fucking bullshit. They don't have 500 million. I don't believe Tom Cruise has 400 million net worth. I don't believe that. Maybe he does. Due to Scientology, maybe he actually does. But a lot of these people just don't. But they want you to think, oh, they're rich and famous. Yeah, they're famous. They're not really rich, just so you know. Keep going.
Well, I don't know how he's worth $400 million. We are doing a list right now. If we want to check this out after the list...
Make a note, would you? Yeah, make a note. Oh, Kate, Denzel is one of my favorite actors. If Denzel's not my favorite actor, he's in the top 3. And a Denzel movie was made right here where I live, and I'm not going to tell you, but it's called Out of Time. Go check it out. Okay, go for it, Rose.
Okay, number 9 on the list. with a net worth reportedly of $400 million is Jack Nicholson.
That I believe, for sure. I believe that. Jack is making $20 million in a movie. He's in all kinds of movies for a very long time. He's doing endorsements. I could see that. I could see him making money. I could see him making $400 million net worth. Definitely. He's old.
Okay.
More than Bill Cosby.
Right. Okay. Well, he comes in number 9, whereas Bill Cosby is number 10. So we're going to get richer as we go up.
Yeah.
Understand?
Supposedly. I'm going to say supposedly richer. We don't really know.
Supposedly. Okay. The next entry in our top 10 richest actors in the world is Jack. He made a fortune of around $400 million from his highest grossing films. Moreover, he's widely known for blockbuster movies such as The Shining, As Good as It Gets, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and Batman.
What did he get paid? What did he get paid for any of those movies? What was his salary in As Good as It Gets? What did he make? Did he make $20 million?
Hey, I'm talking.
I want to know.
When I'm talking, listen, don't talk.
No. When I'm talking, listen, don't talk. When you're talking and I start to talk, you stop.
You can talk all you want. This is crazy.
Let's look it up. Jack Nicholson.
Anyhow.
Let's look it up. As Good as It Gets.
Jack?
He made $15 million. $15 million for that movie. He made $10 million for About Schmidt. He made $20 million for Anger Management. Okay, that's about what I thought. Perfect. Keep going.
Okay. You done?
Yeah.
All right. Jack also made his stunning appearance in the movie The Bucket List, starring Morgan Freeman. Till now, Nicholson won 3 Oscar awards and is well known for his outstanding charisma. He also earns his money from the movies and is also placed as the most desired American actor. What?
The people who wrote this are Indian and they don't know how to use English. The English language very well. I've already heard a couple other.
Might be.
Yep.
I think they might be. Because number 8 is Amitabh Bachchan.
And Avatar is the one who paid the Indian clickbait farm to make this article because he wants to be in the same article as Jack Nicholson. That's exactly what happened.
Bachchan? Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Net worth $400 million. Amitabh Bachchan is another famous Bollywood actor in the list of top 10 richest actors in the world 2020. He gains the 8th position in this list of top richest actors. Amitabh shows his outstanding skills in more than 100 movies and considers the superstar of the 90s. Okay, that's not worded right. But he never breaks this record because he's still counted in this list of megastars till now. He has such a huge fan base and earns most of his wealth from the film industry. Some of his famous movies done by him are Shorley, Amar Akbar Anthony, Bhagban, and Kabhi Khushi Kabhie Gham. Amitabh Bachchan's net worth is around $400 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the person that made this list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. But anyway, it's still a good list. Let's just,
Yeah, I don't know how good it is. It sounds terrible to me.
Okay.
I don't trust anything on this list.
Okay, well, let's just read the list, and then we'll talk about it when we're done.
Okay.
Number 7, Adam Sandler. Net worth $420 million.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the whole Happy Madison Productions, he's making
He got
all
a
sorts of
huge.
movies with all
I
sorts
think
of
he got a
wonderful
$100 million deal with Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Adam Sandler is one of the finest American actors globally. Grabs 7th place in the richest actors list. Sandler acted in various of the highest-grossing movies and showed his outstanding acting skills. Some of his movies made huge success at the box office.
Make huge success. Hey, hold on. You need to read this in a Borat voice. Adam Sandler make huge success. It's a huge success. Very nice.
I don't want to.
That's the way that this is written.
Success at the box office, such as Just Go With It, Billy Madison, Grown Up, Happy Gilmore, and Click. Moreover, he is one of the prolific comedy actors and directed several films too. He is known for his phenomenal comedy and serious roles. He earned all the wealth from the movies solely.
He earned all the wealth. Very nice. It's a very nice.
Any comments about Adam Sandler?
He is terrific wealth. Adam Sandler, very funny. Movie film. Popular movie film.
Okay.
Don't fake the funk on a nasty dunk.
Number 6 on this list is the extremely offensive and anti-Semitic Mel Gibson.
It says that?
I'm joking. Yeah, number 6. No, it doesn't say that. I was just, adding some extra funnies. Number 6 is Mel Gibson. Net worth $425 million. Any comments about Mel Gibson?
There's a comment I can't see because I'm playing the game, but it's about. I know it said Bill Cosby from Elite Edge. Tell me what that says.
I would have to go back because I think I'm behind on the comments on the TV.
It says Cosby makes $7,229.83 per hour from prison. Good accounts, LOL. Kate says he was great in Billy Madison. Kate, he was great. In Elite Edge, I don't really know what Cosby makes. I don't know how he is. He must have some big endorsement deals with Jell-O pudding pops. What else did Cosby do? Let me do a quick Google. How did he make his money? It's boggling my mind. How?
He did that Kids Say the Darndest Things. I believe that went on without him with that Tom Bergeron fellow or something.
Yeah, well, they don't pay him that much. Stand-up comedy.
I think he owns that property. I think he owns that.
This is CelebrityNetWorth.com that's reporting this. That's where this person got it. I don't know if I don't believe it. I know some people. Listen, okay? I'm not going to say names or anything. I have friends that are in Hollywood. I know people. I know lots of people. And I know about what things are, and I know what's reported, and it's fucking bullshit. CelebrityNetWorth.com is a bullshit website.
Well, we don't read these lists for their accuracy.
I do.
We read them for their comedy.
I like that, too.
Right.
I don't know. He's getting $1.1 million a year from a show. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't believe it's $400 million, but we'll go with it. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Mel Gibson, number 6, $425 million.
That's all Passion of the Christ money. Passion of the Christ made a ton of money, and he's the one that did it all. I believe he's probably worth more than that.
Apocalypto?
Mm-hmm. But Passion of the Christ I think it was all him. Isn't he the one that did the whole thing? He put all his money up for it, and then it became the biggest selling movie of all time.
Yeah. The most offensive anti-Semitic movie of all time.
Yeah, I remember that was on a list that you read.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, Apocalypto, he did all that himself too, I believe, and it was also pretty big.
Apocalypto's a good movie too. It probably did pretty well, but at the time, Passion of the Christ shocked everybody. Everybody was talking about it. It was not expected. Literally every Christian person went to the movie 5 times. I went a bunch of times with my friends. It was a crazy movie. It was a good movie. They did a great job, and he made a lot of money. What has he done since then? Apocalypto. What else has he done? Mel Gibson.
Elite Edge just sent me a photo. Screenshot of a headline that says billionaire comedian Bill Cosby's 400 million empire imperiled. I don't think 400 million makes a billionaire.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Right. What's going on?
Nothing? Why?
Oh, I'm hearing vibration.
Oh, somebody's messaging me on something. I have no idea. Okay.
So Mel Gibson grabs its place. Mel Gibson grabs its place.
That's perfect, Rose. Rose, that's how you need to read this. Remember how you read the other one, and you were doing it in like English and stuff. Like you were like
Right.
you were doing it where you were much better than all of us listening. Now you need to do this one as Borat.
If you calm down, I will.
It's a very famous movie film. They're nice.
Calm down. Let me read the article.
Okay.
Okay. Mel Gibson grabs its place at the 6th position in the list of top 10 richest actors in the world, 2020. Gibson started his movie career with Anzac and became a popular Hollywood star after this movie. It was Anzac's movie that showed his acting abilities. I don't even know. I think I'm talking more like Borat. Not Borat. What the heck was the name of that bat? Bartok. It's a very Bartok accent.
Cool.
Later, he also appears in many box office hit movies, such as We Were Soldiers, Signs, and Braveheart. Moreover, he also won the Academy Award and Golden Globe Award for his epic role in 1995. His most recognized work was done in the movie The Passion of the Christ. Mel Gibson's major worth comes from the acting industry and made him one of the richest actors. Yep.
Very
Mel
nice.
Gibson.
It's very nice. Nice.
We Were Soldiers, Signs, Braveheart. Yeah, those are all pretty big. Passion of the Christ, of course.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is Anzacs? What is Anzacs?
I don't know.
Never watched that one. Number 5. I think you guessed this one at the top of the list. So you were guessing earlier.
Okay.
But number 5 is George Clooney with $500 million.
I think George Clooney probably does, and here's why. His brand is called Three Amigos, something like that. And it's him and the other guys, but their company has skyrocketed. And it's not because of his acting. If I was, and I'm usually good at this stuff, if I was going to guess how much George Clooney has made in acting, he's probably made 100 million to 200 million, somewhere in that range. But I think his company is worth $1 billion, and he owns a third of it.
Something. Can I pause for a moment? I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Cool. Yeah, let me look up the net worth of George Clooney Company.
So far.
What's that? Say that again?
I said go ahead and talk about George Clooney and your thoughts on the list so far.
Yes, for sure. So he has some different companies. He has a company called Section 8 Productions. Let's see, it looks like Tequila Company. Okay. George Clooney. This is reported from CNBC. Okay. Casamigos is what it's called. So CNBC, I trust them, Sarah Whitten reported, George Clooney just sold his tequila business for up to $1 billion. I don't know what that means. That doesn't mean a lot. Diageo says it will initially pay $700 million for George Clooney's Casamigos Tequila Company.
The transaction is expected to close during 2017. George Clooney is selling his tequila company Casamigos to Diageo for as much as $1 billion, the company said Wednesday. If you asked us 4 years ago if we had $1 billion company, I don't think we would have said yes. Well, no shit. You don't have $1 billion. That's a fucking nonsense thing. I don't believe this either. A lot of this is fluff in this world. I want to see the real numbers. Okay, so this reflects Diageo's belief in our company and our belief in Diageo. But we're not going anywhere. We'll still be very much apart. Hey, Rose, why don't you have a nice tall glass of shut the hell up while I'm reading? Okay? It's very nice. If you asked us 4 years ago if we had $1 billion company, I don't think we would have said yes, Clooney told CNBC via email. This reflects Diageo's belief in our company and our belief in Diageo, but we're not going anywhere. We'll still be very much a part of Casamigos, starting with a shot tonight, maybe two. Diageo said it will initially pay $700 million, with the potential for another $300 million based on the tequila's performance over 10 years. The transaction is expected to close during the second half of 2017. I'm going to skip a bunch of stuff. Nonsense. I think that's probably sort of bullshit. If you really paid $700 million, prove it. But so let's say Casamigos, how much did Clooney make? He didn't own the whole company. He owned it with a bunch of people. So he made some cash. Let's say he made 100 or to 200 million off the deal. That's money. He made as much off that company as he made off of acting for all these years on Grey's Anatomy, Batman, Ocean's 11. That's what business world does. That's why I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman, not a businessman. You know?
Businessman.
Yeah, that's a Jay-Z line. Yep. I'm a businessman, not a businessman. Yep.
But I was giving it a Joe Biden inflection.
So, as a business person, if you start a company and you build it up and it's built the right way and it's built to sell, and that's why you heard me say none of my companies have my name on them, and you'll never know what companies I own. Well, you might, but nobody else will. You don't know how many companies, because if you build a company right and you do it the right way and your company kicks ass and it's awesome, you can build it and you can sell it and you can make a lot of fucking money.
Right.
And nobody needs to know your fucking name. You can be famously lucky, luckily infamous, and that's my slogan. My slogan, okay. Famously lucky, luckily infamous. You don't know who I am.
Okay.
But if you go up against me, dog, you're making a mistake.
Read the purpose of why George Clooney exists on list.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. George Clooney is currently holding the 5th position in the list of richest actors globally.
Mm-hmm.
Clooney earns a net worth of around $500 million now. He is
500 million US. You got to say US behind it too, because that's what Borat. 500 million US.
I'm reading the words.
Okay.
He is widely known as one of the richest Hollywood actors who played marvelous roles in the movies such as Ocean 11, Three Kings, and Syriana. The movies are the biggest hits at the time on box office, and also amongst the highest grossing movies. In addition to this, he also starred in dozens of movies, out of which some movies are on the list of highest growing movies of the year. It actually says biggest hits at the time on box office. It actually says that. That wasn't me adding words or
biggest. Yeah. Very nice.
Okay. So yeah. Number 4. Can you guess who number 4 might be?
I have no fucking clue. I think I said some names already. I'm gonna guess movie stars. I know Robert Downey Jr. is rounding out somewhere here.
He's not on the list.
Oh, he definitely is on the list, for sure.
He's not on this list.
Well, this list is stupid. Robert Downey Jr. has percentage points on every single time you see him on these Avengers movies, on these fucking Iron Man movies. They're making $1 billion, okay? He's making points. He's making 50, 70, 100 million per movie. He's making a lot of money. And then he keeps making money. As it goes on, his points keep paying him. He's got the best deal ever made. I'm telling you. In Hollywood.
I think they might have, on this list, a place where Robert Downey Jr. would have shown up with a Bollywood actor, so.
There's another Bollywood actor? Well, it may be true, though. There are. How many people, Alexa, how many people live in India?
In 2020, the population of India was 1.38 billion people.
1.38 billion with a B, billion. Remember that Trump thing where he said billion? Billion, 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 billion. Let's look that up. 1.38 billion people live in India. Let's go. Hold on.
Well, anyway, number 4 is Tom Cruise.
Billions and billions. Tom Cruise. Why would they disgrace Tom Cruise by putting him anything besides number 1?
Billions and 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 billions.
That was it.
Billions.
Oh man.
As I was sitting here, it started to sound like he was saying Binnigans and Binnigans and Binnigans.
Yeah, so billions. Billions, billions and 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 billions.
Okay, that is enough. That is fucking, like, seriously, did we need 3 minutes of billions?
We did.
No.
What are the comments?
You know, 10 to 15 seconds of that probably would have sufficed.
I don't care.
Huh? I know you don't care.
No, it says Benona Buck. I'll play whatever the fuck I want.
Yep, okay. So Tom Cruise's net worth is around $600 million. He is a famous Hollywood stuntman and film star who amazes people with his charming look and acting.
This is perfect. It's so perfect.
As world's best acting star. That he made from his highest grossing movie. Making it possible. Now he takes the first step as the
everybody? I do not see anybody on the street.
Everybody's at home. They're telling them to stay inside so they don't spread this virus.
There's a virus?
Yes. They're wanting everybody to quarantine.
I do not have nowhere else to go. Could I stay in your home?
This is it. Come on in. Go ahead and come on in.
Very nice. Yes. Good.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Yes. How long must we be stuck in here?
Well, don't know for sure till this COVID-19 thing passes.
What is more dangerous, this virus or the Democrat?
Democrats.
Democrats. I think with the Democrats, with Obama, and I think it goes back to the Clintons when they were also in office.
This Clinton, they make this plague?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Clintons are very evil.
Extremely evil.
Supposedly they torture these kids. It gets their adrenaline flowing in their body. Then they take that out of their adrenal glands, and then they drink their blood or that out of their...
I've heard about things like that.
Hillary Clinton drink the blood of children?
That's what we've heard.
Yeah.
Or I've heard.
It's been said.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I was taken in by two of America's greatest scientists. Killing some of the virus.
No, you can't see the virus.
No, it's still there.
This will kill the virus.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left.
That don't go in here. This is for
jokers to the
washing machine.
right. Here I am.
What is it, the flashlight?
I get you new flashlight. Alexa, order 3 flashlights.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think that's flashlight.
What is it?
I didn't get the
I said flashlight.
This is flesh.
Flashlight. Got it. We're done.
The Democrats, they want to hurt and destroy this country.
They are like demons.
Yes.
Yes.
We can't do to them what we would like to do because they unfortunately, they have the same rights we do.
They should have a bit less rights than you. High five.
They should.
Even though the hoax virus lockdown was stopping me from finding Tuta, Jim and Jerry found ways to cheer me up.
I wrote a song for you last night so you can play for us. It's called the Chinese Virus Song.
Obama was a traitor.
America, he did hate her.
Yeah.
America, he hate her.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's good. I like
That's
that.
good.
Say you can put him in jail.
You must put him in jail.
Yep.
Is he in jail?
No, but I hope so soon.
But I still have not found Tuta. And although my buddies were highly knowledgeable, they didn't know anything about women's.
The women here have rights.
They can do whatever they want.
They have a brain like we have a brain. They can think and say the same things we think and say.
When girl born, you are given instruction booklet made by the Ministry of Agriculture and
yes,
Wildlife. They make baby come out walking. Not the female, the male baby come out. Look, you see.
They don't.
This is supposed to be the doctors with delivery of the baby?
Yes. The doctor wait for the baby to fall out, and you have 2 other doctors do this.
Well, you don't
One
need
in
that.
anus,
No.
one in mouth.
What you have shown us and explained to us, we're sitting here like, what?
Yeah. This is,
You
this is
were looking at this and thinking, what?
Yeah.
it's a lie. It's a conspiracy theory.
I was scared that I would never find Tuta. But then something amazing's happened while I was looking for QAnon stories with my buddies. What was this? Hello. Wait. This look like Tuta. Her hair different, but this Tuta.
Where are your pictures? Can I see your pictures? Upper, please. Okay, just a minute. You know what? I'll be goddamned if it isn't her.
It does look like it.
Screw me in the anus, this hair.
Join me again on Saturday. I will be reporting live from the state's biggest anti-lockdown protest.
I gotta get a pen that fucking works here. March
4R Rats.
4-hour rights rally.
Saturday, June 27th.
That's tomorrow.
What?
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow? Please, can we go? Buddy, can we go? Buddy, please, can we go out of lockdown and find her?
I would think so.
But if she see me,
I know, that's what I just...
then she will run. The moment she see my face.
Okay.
You will have to change your appearance. Do something different with your hair.
Yes.
Or different clothes.
If I in disguise, what is the one thing that is irresistible to all teenage girls?
Rock stars.
What is it?
What?
Onions.
Onions?
Onions.
We have onions.
We have onions?
Yes.
You have onions in this house?
Yes, I believe.
Yes! Thank you, buddy. I love you. You are my best friend. Fuck the social distance.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for playing along. That was fantastic. That was a little video titled Borat Learns About the Dangers of the Democrats. Okay? All right. Keep going with your list.
Number 3 on the list is Shah Rukh Khan. Net worth around $690 million.
Wow.
He is the third richest actor in the world right now. His name is known as the self-made Bollywood actor of King Khan and highest paid film star in Bollywood. He appeared in almost 100 movies of Bollywood and achieved many awards for his epic performance in the movies right now. He accumulated a wealth of around $690 million, which is almost a third quarter of the billion. This Delhi became the richest actor in the world who started his journey from the TV show Chamatkar. He also achieved National Film Awards for his marvelous acting. Yep.
Damn. This is fantastic. When you read it like Borat, it makes me like it even more.
Yeah, this was. I feel like they replaced Robert Downey Jr. with that guy.
He would. I think he would be at the top. Who's number 2?
Number 2, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, huh?
Net worth $800 million.
Oh yeah.
Tyler Perry is another millionaire actor on the list with net worth of around $800 million. He is the most famous Afro-American director, film producer, actor, and screenwriter. Most of the profit came from his highest-grossing movies, in which he played the lead role.
Medea.
Some of the epic movies by him are Daddy's Little Girl, Why Did I Get Married, and Diary of a Mad Black Woman. In addition to the highest-grossing movies, he also amazes people with his screenwriting. In 2019, he also launched his own production company. In 2019, he also performed well as film director. Perry is also amongst highest-paid actors in America. Yep. So, that's number 2. Who do you think they listed as number 1?
Oh.
Unless you want to talk about Tyler Perry for a moment.
Tyler Perry. It's very hard to believe. I don't believe he has a net worth of $800 million. Not even close. But I'm sure he does have a good net worth. $200 million, maybe.
Well, you know, Oprah probably probably gave him a lot of money too.
No. He's making some money on these movies he's doing. He's producing,
Yeah.
he's doing a lot of things. He is making money, and they're not like hugely successful, but they're successful enough. I mean, the Medea movies, there is a percentage of people that go and see a Tyler Perry movie. He's very successful. It's more believable than the Bill Cosby thing. I don't know. Who's number one? You tell me.
Number 1, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes. If we're calling Jerry Seinfeld an actor, he has a TV show and he's made a lot of money from it. Jerry Seinfeld is worth not $1 billion, but pretty close.
Net worth $950 million.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Jerry Seinfeld is a new entry in the top 10 richest actors in the world. He is the most popular American comedian actor who accumulated an incredible wealth of around $950 million. He gained so much popularity from his TV show, Seinfeld, and just 50 million away to touch the billionaire board.
To touch the billionaire. He's almost a billionaire.
Moreover, Seinfeld is widely recognized for his marvelous acting in Louis, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and 30 Rock. When he was shooting for the last episodes of his TV shows, he realized that he was earning a hefty sum of around $1 million per episode.
Yeah, but now, like, it is syndicated, and that Seinfeld show still makes... These guys make a ton of money from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm guessing Bill Cosby is making a lot of money from the Cosby Show, and maybe it's real. Maybe I'm just...
So, let's go over the list again. We've got 10, Bill Cosby. 9, Jack Nicholson. 8, Amitabh Bachchan. 7, Adam Sandler. 6, Mel Gibson. 5, George Clooney. 4, Tom Cruise. 3, Shah Rukh Khan. 2, Tyler Perry. 1, Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe on everybody, but maybe not. Maybe it's not.
This, again, is from the website Seawall a Life. And the person who wrote this list goes by Ballwinder.
Brawwinder?
Ballwinder. Ballwinder.
Bellwinder.
Right.
That's nice. Well, I enjoyed this list. It's really good. This is one of the best lists that you've done.
Ah.
Truly. All the lists should come from places
Only
like...
because I use accent.
Yes, for sure. Yep.
We've got a little entertainment news if you want to move on, unless you want to talk about the list a little bit more.
No, I mean, the list was good. I had fun with it.
Okay. Okay, so we've got some entertainment news from WeGotThisCovered.com.
Oh, these motherfuckers. These are the fake people.
Writer Christian Bone. Headline: Amber Heard will reportedly take over for Jason Momoa in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That makes a lot of sense. How's that? She's going to be Aqua Woman?
I don't know. As we finally... Sorry, I gotta shove off that accent because it wants to come back.
Yeah, we know these guys are not. These guys are Scientologists.
As we finally near the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League, more info is leaking out about what we can expect from the much anticipated director's cut. Giant Freaking Robot, for example, is reporting that the movie will kill off 2 members of the team. And according to the outlet, spoilers incoming, both Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman and Jason Momoa's Aquaman will be dead by the end of the film. This obviously fuels all those rumors pointing to Warner Brothers working on Justice League 2 to really let Snyder complete his planned arc for the franchise. While that's not something that GFR can confirm at this time, GFR is giant fucking robot, or freaking robot. What they have heard is that someone else will be promoted to the Justice League status following 2 of their numbers being taken out. As the outlet states, Amber Heard will have a key role in the flick as Mara will take Arthur Curry's place on the team. Exactly how she'll fit into proceedings is unclear, but it seems likely that she'd have increased screen time in the sequel, if one did indeed come to pass. If you're wondering about continuity issues here, Aquaman, where Arthur and Mara properly got to know each other, is set after Justice League. Then you should know GFR writes that the League will be working towards sending the Flash back in time to prevent Arthur and Diana's death in the follow-up. So Justice League 2 would likely take place in an alternate timeline, presumably the Nightmare World, which should avoid too many major glitches to the canon occurring. The site speculates that the Flash learning how to time travel could set up his own film, though. Likewise, Mara getting a bigger role may link into her return in Aquaman 2, which might see her become Queen of Atlantis. If true, this is another indication that Warner Brothers is ready to weather the storm and stand by Amber Heard amid the backlash she's facing from Johnny Depp supporters, those horrible Johnny Depp supporters. That being said, we'd advise taking it with a grain of salt for now. Then we'll find out soon enough if it's correct, as Zack Snyder's Justice League lands on HBO Max in just a few weeks' time on March 18th.
I can't wait to see the Snyder cut. We're gonna have to get HBO Max for a month.
Right. So this is saying that she'll take over for Jason Momoa as, probably Aquawoman, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's also crazy rumors that she's going to be in the next Pirates of the Caribbean
as Johnny Depp's role
of Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, that's just instigating.
This feels like an insane amount of trolling, really.
It's almost as bad as that white people who own dogs are racist story.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Not real. Just nonsense.
Right. Oh man, I thought that was interesting though. These articles that they put Amber Heard in all these crazy upcoming movies. I don't know, but this seems like it could be likely if they kill off Aquaman. You know.
Mm-hmm. Who the fuck is Amber Heard? She's paying them to write about her. Her publicist is paying this dumb website to write about her being in these movies. Amber Heard is nobody. Who is Amber Heard other than banged Elon Musk?
Well, she's probably sleeping with somebody to get these articles written.
Elon Musk.
I don't know if Elon Musk is the one writing these things.
No, but I mean, it's all bullshit, is what it is.
Yep. Yep.
Tell me, I want to know. Okay, so we're 2 hours into the pod.
Yeah.
We need to take a section and talk about the soap opera. Let's talk about our homemade soap business idea. What are the what are the 3 local soaps where you can do like sand from the local beach, sand from the sand dunes near you? Okay. What are the other 2? Manure from the local famous dairy farm.
Ew. No, but we could use milk.
Yeah. And it could be that specific kind of milk. I won't say the name of the business, but assuming it's something like such and such dairy, you know?
Right.
Like Country Dairy or like
dairy.
Fields of Dairy or whatever the farm is that's near you.
We could also do water from Lake Michigan. But I don't know. I think there's some sort of a rule about the water from Lake Michigan. Like, you got to pay for it if you're going to be selling it.
At my house, my spring is from Lake Michigan.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't know. See, the thing is, you could say that, but I could also do picture soaps. Like, I have the ability to do soaps with pictures on them.
Pictures are good, but I want
you
you.
could do scenes
Okay,
of the
so
dunes and different things like that.
it should be the one that has the sand should also have the water from Lake Michigan.
Maybe. I don't know, though. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it that way. This would be your idea. I don't know.
Son of a bitch. My guy sucks on this game. I'm doing my best, but man, he sucks. Be my idea. This is the soap opera. I'm trying to talk about it. What do you think? Tell me about your ideas. I'm just asking a question.
You're trying to push what I want to do in the direction you want it to go. That's the problem.
Really?
Yeah, you often do this, where you try to take the reins of my own creativity and push me in directions that you think it should go.
Take your creativity and what do you think I'm pushing you? What direction?
I don't necessarily want to put sand in my soaps.
Well, you don't have to do sand. I'm saying it's a good idea about the local things that you're including into the soaps. You could do photos of them, but if you use local sand, local stuff, people might like that. We talked about that already on the Soap's Nice, the first Soap's Nice podcast.
Yeah, you talked about some ideas. Yep. I don't want to sit here and make it about soap all the time. I don't want to put a segment. You try to find things that we can do segments on regularly, and I don't necessarily.
I liked it. I really enjoy it. I've been thinking about soap the whole time, wondering about how it works. You know, it was really interesting. It got the wheels turning in my brain. Yep. So I'd just like to know more. What can you tell me about the soap?
I told you most of what I can tell you about soap. We talked for an hour yesterday about soap.
I want to know more. It wasn't enough for me.
There are plenty of YouTube channels that talk about soap and nothing but soap.
Can we get you cutouts and things that you can make special designs of your soap? How about bath bombs? Have you ever heard of a bath bomb? It's like a good, smelly, good stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of bath bombs. That's a little bit more complicated because it's hard to press them by hand. You almost need to buy a machine, and the machine is extremely expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Is there a cheap way to do a bath bomb that we could get you some type of concoction?
Yeah, if you press them by hand, but if you press them by hand, they're likely to fall apart and not be really, nice.
What if is there some type of less expensive machine that doesn't do it quite as fast?
No.
Where you could make them? Are you sure?
No, not really. Not really.
You've looked into this?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I've watched videos on soap making and, yeah.
Yep, Elite Edge says shop press. That's what I was thinking, Elite Edge. Something. There's got to be a way to do it.
It's kind of expensive, though.
I got fouled on that layup. What's expensive?
A shop press.
Look it up. How much does it cost? What's the lowest price one that we could get?
Hey, let me do a shout out here for a soap making YouTube channel that I subscribe that I watch. I watch this regularly. You might find it interesting, but the YouTube channel is called Royalty Soaps, and it's I think she's in her 20s, maybe almost 30. But she has a soap making business. Her name is Katie.
Katie the soap maker. Okay.
Right. Go check out Royalty Soaps if you're interested in things regarding soap making.
And if you're interested in things regarding lots of fun, you can go to DannyDuncan69.com. DannyDuncan69.com. You can get all kinds of merchandise, cool shit. You can get shirts that say Virginity Rocks. You can get shirts that say Practice Safe Sex. And you can get shorts that have the number 69 on them.
Oh, hey, we did a bit of a cliffhanger on last night's episode.
What was the cliffhanger?
Wooden shirt.
Oh, yeah. Go into the wooden shirt. That'd be great.
Okay, so the other night, shortly after we got done with the podcast, I was sitting here with Ultra Dobby. He's my younger brother, in case anybody was wondering what that is.
$85. 6-ton shot press, $85.
Okay, so, well, I don't necessarily want to get into bath bombs, the whole thing.
Okay.
But anyhow, so I was sitting here and just minding my own business. I don't know. I was watching something on the TV or something. I don't know what I was doing. But Ultra over here just randomly says the words out loud, wooden shirt, which gets my attention because what? What is a wooden shirt, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing that you would be saying the words wooden shirt? And he's like, I'm watching a survivalist video. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you got to give me that link. I got to watch that. So I put it on the TV here. And this is a whole video. This guy is doing a survival video in the middle of winter where, all he's got is a pair of shorts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm working on getting a link for it because I will put that in the description in a moment. I mean, not in the description, in the live chat. So anyway, so we watched this video, and over the course of this video, I mean, he's getting all pissed off. He's wearing shorts. It's snowy everywhere. He's trying to do his little survivalist work. He's making his little video, and he's just, so pissed off. He ends up making a pair of shoes out of, bark that he weaves, and he stuffs that with straw. And then a little bit later, he goes and he starts making a shirt out of wood.
Mm-hmm.
It's the craziest thing. It's crazy.
So he's wearing it's like a Tommy Hilfiger polo shirt, but it's made out of wood, crafted together. It's really smart.
It actually looks more like some kind of armor or something. I don't know how to describe it.
Armor from the elements, elemental armor. It's such a great idea.
So he builds this shirt out of wood, and he's walking around wearing it. It's
Son
ridiculous.
of a bitch. Fuck.
And then later he, weaves a liner for it out of straw, so he does do something other than a wood shirt. But the link's in the live chat if anybody is interested in watching a guy make himself a wood shirt in the snow. Anyhow. So that's the wooden shirt story, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to see the video, too. When you see the video...
I couldn't stop laughing at this situation. I was watching it, my eyes were burning from the tears that were coming out of them from laughing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's crazy. That was our cliffhanger last night, was the wood shirt story.
Mm-hmm. I had to go. Professor Bam woke up, and I had to shut the pot off early.
Anyhow. So, wood shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I'm out of articles for today. I'm not certain.
Cool. Well, it was a good podcast. I mean, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Benona Buck podcast number 22. We had a great pod. I'm doing a fantastic job over here taking care of Professor Bam. We had the surgery on Tuesday. It's Thursday. I just fed her. I'm letting her. She's getting about 3 hours of sleep at a time. And then I go up. I give her medicine. I rub her shoulder or whatever. Her shoulder's hurting where the gas is coming up into from the surgery. So I'm rubbing her shoulder. I'm putting on like the blue stuff. She's taking her pain medicines. She's relaxing, resting, and about every 2-3 hours I'm up there taking care of her. So I'm going to get going and do that. And it's been a pleasure having all of you on.
Continued prayers and well wishes for
Yeah.
Professor Bam.
Yeah, send some prayers and well wishes. And we'll leave with a quotation. So I have a quotation before we leave. Okay? And it's from Danny Duncan. And Danny Duncan said,
Oh, Lord.
if your friends won't show you their dick, are they even your friends? Okay? So think about that. That's how we're going to close it out. Thank you so much, guys. B Money, number 22. We are out of here.